Let me share with you a powerful truth. Resistance is not your enemy, it's your ally. Whether it's fear, doubt, procrastination, or external obstacles, resistance often shows up when you're on the verge of growth. Instead of viewing it as something to avoid or fight against, what if you could harness its energy to propel yourself forward? Resistance is a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and into the realm of possibility. Let me show you how to reframe resistance and use it as a catalyst for growth, unlocking your potential in ways you never imagined. The first step to using resistance as a catalyst is recognizing it as a signpost for growth. Whenever you encounter resistance, whether it's anxiety before a big presentation, hesitation about starting a new project, or frustration during a challenging workout, it's a clear indication that you're pushing boundaries. Growth happens outside your comfort zone, and resistance is the natural response to venturing into unfamiliar territory. For example, an athlete feels resistance when increasing the intensity of their training, but they know it's necessary to improve performance. By reframing resistance as a marker of progress, you can shift from dreading it to embracing it. Another critical aspect of leveraging resistance is listening to what it reveals about your fears and values. Resistance often stems from deeply rooted beliefs, fear of failure, rejection, or inadequacy. While these fears may feel paralyzing, they also point to what matters most to you. If you didn't care about succeeding, you wouldn't feel resistance in the first place. For instance, a writer struggling with self-doubt likely cares deeply about crafting meaningful stories. By identifying the underlying emotions driving your resistance, you gain clarity about your goals and motivations, which fuels your determination to push through. Resistance also serves as a mirror for self-awareness. It forces you to confront your limitations, habits, and patterns of behavior. When you feel stuck or overwhelmed, ask yourself, what am I avoiding? What assumptions am I making? These questions help you uncover blind spots and identify areas for improvement. For example, if you consistently procrastinate on a task, it might reveal perfectionism or a lack of confidence. Understanding these dynamics allows you to address them directly, transforming resistance into a tool for personal development. To turn resistance into momentum, break tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Large challenges often amplify resistance because they feel insurmountable. By dividing them into bite-sized actions, you reduce the intimidation factor and create opportunities for small wins. For example, instead of writing an entire book in one sitting, commit to drafting a single paragraph. Each completed step builds confidence and reduces the power of resistance over time. Progress, no matter how incremental, weakens resistance and strengthens your resolve. Another powerful way to harness resistance is to lean into discomfort intentionally. Instead of waiting for resistance to subside, approach it head-on with curiosity and courage. Ask yourself, what would happen if I acted despite this feeling? How can I use this energy to fuel my efforts? For instance, if public speaking terrifies you, volunteer to give a short talk at work or join a local Toastmasters group. The more you expose yourself to discomfort, the less intimidating it becomes. Over time, resistance transforms from a barrier into a source of strength. It's also essential to reframe resistance as feedback rather than failure. When you encounter obstacles, view them as valuable information rather than setbacks. For example, if a marketing campaign doesn't yield the expected results, analyze what went wrong and adjust your strategy. Resistance provides insights that guide smarter decisions and foster innovation. By adopting a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to learn and evolve, rather than reasons to give up. Finally, celebrate your ability to overcome resistance. Every time you push past fear, doubt, or discomfort, you prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought possible. Reflect on moments when you persevered despite resistance. How did it shape you? What did you achieve? Acknowledging these victories reinforces your resilience and prepares you to face future challenges with greater confidence. Resistance becomes a reminder of your strength, not a measure of your weakness. Here's a practical tip: create a resistance journal. Whenever you feel stuck or hesitant, jot down what's causing the resistance, how it makes you feel, and what action you'll take to move forward anyway. Over time, this practice helps you identify recurring patterns and develop strategies to navigate them effectively. It also serves as a record of your growth, showing how far you've come in overcoming obstacles. Let me leave you with this thought: resistance is the friction that sharpens your edge. Without it, you'd remain stagnant, comfortable, and unchallenged. By embracing resistance, you tap into a wellspring of motivation, creativity, and resilience. It's not easy, growth rarely is, but every step you take in defiance of resistance brings you closer to realizing your full potential. So here's my challenge to you: identify one area where you're currently experiencing resistance. Instead of avoiding it, lean into it. Take one deliberate action today that moves you closer to your goal, even if it feels uncomfortable. Notice how facing resistance head-on shifts your perspective and builds your strength. Go ahead, start now. Your future self will thank you.